Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all must be fine. Okay, so today we'll begin with the second unit test portion for EVS, and as our subject is EVS, today we are going to learn lesson number 9. We'll be studying lesson number 9, and what is the name of the lesson number 9? Lesson number 9 is where does water come from? You can see here, where does water come from? Okay, children, do you remember the name of lesson number 8? What was lesson number 8? It was our need of for water. Our need for water. In that lesson, what did we study? We studied why water is important for our lives, for animals, for everyone. What is the importance of water? We have studied the importance of water in lesson number 8. But children, this important water, where does it come from? That we are going to study in this lesson. So now let us begin with the lesson. So everyone open your EVS textbook to page number 53. Textbook page number 53, lesson number 9. Where does water come from? Okay, now see here. Can you tell? Choose the right answer and put a tick next to the proper picture. If your answer is different from all of the given pictures, write it in the empty box. Okay, now see your three questions are given, 1, 2 and 3. Three questions are given and some options are given, and you have to give a tick mark for the right answer, and if there is no answer, no, your answer is not there, then you have to write the answer in this box given. Understood? So now let us have a look towards the first question. What do you drink water from? So you see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 options are given. Out of this, from what do you drink water from, that you have to tick. This is a glass. Yes, some of you drink water. Means all of us drink water with the help of a glass. Next one is pot. Some of you must be drinking with the help of pot. Some of us use bottles for drinking water. And then here, do we make use of our hands for drinking water? Rarely. If we go out and there is no other source available for drinking, in jungle area, forest area, and lake is there, we are very thirsty, no other water is available, then that time we use like this. We drink water like this, otherwise we don't use. Tap, see here, this one tap, we don't drink water directly from the tap, and this is a big container, we also don't drink water in from this container. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, now see the second question. What is the second question? What is the drinking water stored in? Where means what is the drinking water stored in? Where we store the drinking water. See here, first picture is of jug. Yes, we store water in this for drinking, and this pot, a big water bottle, drum, earthen pot, and like this big pots are kept on open verandas. Whoever want to drink water, they can come and drink water. Now see here children, next picture you can see that students are there, some students are there here, and they are drinking water, and this is a tank. Here water is stored, and from that the children are taking water for drinking and they are drinking. So here also water is stored. So all this you will give a tick mark. Okay, now see the next question, that is question number 3. Where do you think this stored drinking water came from? Means what children? Water, we stored water, but this stored drinking water, where did it come from? Do you know? Yes, see, some pictures are given. Well, yes, you must have seen well in your villages. Then this is the picture of dam. Yes, water is also stored in dam, and this is hand pump, bore well. Then this is a river, this is pond, water holes. Okay, here everywhere this water is stored, and from this we get the water which is available in our house. These all sources are there. From this we get water for drinking. Okay children, understood? Now let us move to the next page, that is page number 54. Okay children, now see page number 54. Page number 54, can you tell? Can you tell means one question is given, you have to tell the answer. Where does all this water come from? Okay children, on page number 53 we have seen water. Water in well, dam, pond, lake, river. Okay, so where does all this water come from? Yes, you can see here in the picture it is shown. What is this? It's rain. Yes, the answer to this question is rain. All the water that we get comes from rain. All the water that is there on the earth, children, all that water we get it from rain. So rain is the main source of water. Rain is the main source of water. Okay, now see how do we get this water. When it rains, some water flows over the ground, giving rise to rivulets, streams, and rivers. Okay, now see here, rivulets, streams, and rivers. When it rains, some water flows around the ground. You must have seen, when it rains, the water flows around the ground. Yes or no? It flows around the ground and it gives rise to means it forms. What does it form? Rivulets, streams, and rivers. Now river, you all know very well. What do you mean by river? See here, I'll show you. You can see here. See here, this is a big river. Yes or no? This is a big river, a large source of water which flows on the land, and at the end it goes and meet. Where does it meet? It meets the sea. It goes and meets the sea. This is a river. So large body of water flowing on the land, and it goes and meets the sea. So this is a river. And children, small river, they are called streams, and small streams they are called rivulets. Okay, so rainwater, when it flows around the ground, it forms rivulets, streams, and rivers. Now see next. Okay, so next point, some water collects in low-lying areas, thus lakes are formed. Means what children? Water collects in low-lying areas. Now see here, this for example, this is land, and on this land rainwater falls. Sometime the land, there is like this downside slope is there. So this area, this is called low-lying area. Low-lying area. So what happened? The water, it gets collected here. The water, it gets collected here. Rainwater, it gets collected here because it's low-lying area, and on this low-lying area, whatever rainwater is that flows, it gets collected over there, and thus it forms lakes. Thus lakes are formed. Okay, now see next point, a flowing river is sometimes blocked by building a wall. This is called a dam. When it doesn't rain, the water from the dam can be used. Okay, now children, you know what is a dam? See here, I'll show you. See here, this picture is of dam. So how in this dam the water is stored? So but how this dam is made? See here, you can see what is this? This is a river. Yes or no? See children, this is a river. So here the water is flowing. So what happens sometimes in what government does, it builds a wall over here. When across the river, it builds a big wall, it builds here Why? It blocks the water coming from the river, flowing from the river. Why? It blocks the water, and whatever water is there, it gets collected here. It doesn't pass this side, so it gets collected here. And whenever we want to use that water, whenever we want to use that water, we can use in future. Understood? When rain is there, that time rain what in they collect the water in dam. You see here, you can see here in this picture dam. You can see here how the water is collected here. Yes or no? And slowly you can see here little water is there, but here so much water is there, it is collected here. And when we use as per our need, the water is made made us easy for use, made us available for use. We can use this. All these arrangements, dams and all there, these are built by governments. Yes or no? So you can see how much government takes care of us. Okay, now see next one. Okay, now see your next point. Some rainwater seeps into the ground. To obtain this water, we dig wells. This water can also be taken out by using hand pumps and bore wells. So children, sometimes what happen, water seeps into the ground. The ground is there, and inside the ground the water seeps inside. When it goes inside and it gets collected in the ground. So to obtain this water, means to get this water, what we do, we dig wells. We dig well. See here, this is well. This is a picture of well. So we dig well to get water, and sometimes that water which is seeped inside the ground, it is also obtained with the help of hand pumps or bore wells. We can get that water out. Which water? Which seeps into the ground. Sometimes water in the ground comes out in the form of springs. So spring means what, children? Sometimes you must have seen that water, it comes out. You can see when the water flows from the across the down the hill or valley, it goes inside the mountain. Sometimes this water, it comes out in the form of spring. It comes out in the form of spring. So that water also we can use. Now see next paragraph, children. Some sources of water are formed naturally. However, places like wells and dams are man-made. Some sources are natural, some are man-made. Natural means made by nature, and man-made means made by man. Wells and dams, these are man-made. These are made by man. Spring, this is natural. If rainfall decreases means becomes less. If rainfall decreases, the water stored in these places also decreases. If rainfall is less, then what happen? The amount of water which we store, it will also be less. You can see such water sources in your locality, taluka or district. See here, these all sources. Which sources? See, these all sources: well, dam, borewell, river, then water holes, pond, lake, streams. These all sources of water we can see in your locality, means where you stay, in that locality, in your taluka. Which is our taluka? Our taluka is Khed, or district. Our district is Ratnagiri. Study the district map given alongside and complete the activity. So some activities are given on the next page, that will study when we will study the next page in next video. Okay, now let us see the next part. Now see next one. How is a river formed and how does it flow? So how is river formed? Means formation of river we will see here. Rain also falls on a high places like mountain. This rainwater flows downhill. Numerous rivulets of water flowing downhill join together to form a river. A river flows down mountains and plateaus, through valleys and over plains. Okay, now see how the river is formed. See here, I'll show you with the help of one diagram. See here, these are mountains. Yes or no? These are mountains. So rain falls on high places like mountain. This rainwater flows down. See, if the rainwater falls here, what happen? It will, water will flow here or no? Downside. Yes, it will flow here. So, and numerous rivulets of water flowing downhill join together to form a river. See here, like this, the water, it will come from your. So small rivulets, they will come down, and where they will come? They will come downside. Yes or no? All the water from all small rivulets, it will come down and it will form a river here downside. A river flows down mountains and plateaus, through valleys and over plains. Now see, it flows down the mountain. This is a mountain. And then through plateaus. Plateaus means what, children? Plateaus means what? Plateaus means a large high area of land, like these mountains you must have seen. Like these are plateaus, and these, the area between two mountains, this is called valleys. And plain means ground. So water, which water flows, the water, it flows, water flows from river, mountain, valleys, plains, it forms down, and here downside, what is formed? A river is formed. Okay, understood, children, how a river is formed? The rainwater, it comes down, it flows on the mountain, plains, rivers, it flows, and small rivulets, it comes, the water comes down, and from this here downside, a river is formed. Understood? Now see next one. Okay, now let us move towards the next paragraph, that is water bodies and landforms. Water bodies. Flowing water bodies means what, children? Means large bodies of water, large area covering water. Flowing water and stores of water are example of water bodies. Means where water flows, that is also example of water body, and where water is stored, that are also examples of water body. See here, springs, streams, river, lake, reservoir, creek, seas and ocean are all water bodies. Now I will show you picture of all these examples. See here, children, this is example of spring. It is spring. This is also a water body. Now see next picture. This is, what is this? It is stream. Stream means small river. Streams. The next picture, it is rivers. This is rivers. RIVERS, rivers. These are all examples of water bodies. See next picture. This is, you all know very well, it is lake. In our Khed, which lake is there? Jagbodi. Jagbodi lake is there, yes or no? Then next is a reservoir. Reservoir means what, children? Reservoir means where a large area where water of the river is stored. This is a reservoir. It is called reservoir, means a large area where water of the river is stored. Why it is stored? To use in future. Then see next picture, next one. This is picture of creeks. Creeks are also small rivers. Then these are seas. You all know what are seas. Very large area, very large water bodies. These are seas. And then last one, oceans. These are oceans. All big seas, they meet the oceans. So all these which we saw now, these all are examples of water bodies. These all are water bodies. Okay, now see next one, that is landforms. Okay, now see next one, that is landforms. Due to high and low levels of land at different places, land gets different forms. Mountains, peaks, hills, hillocks, plateaus, plains, passes, and valleys are some of the landforms. Means what, children? High and low level. This is land. Have you seen that land is always straight? No. Sometimes it is high, sometimes low. Yes or no? So due to this high and low, the land gets different form. Means its formation is different at different places. So it forms different, there are different landforms. Which are they? Mountains, peaks, hills, hillocks. Hills and hillocks means one and the same. Small hills means small mountains are called hills. Then plateaus, plain, passes, and valleys. I'll show you all this in pictures so that you will understand it better. Okay, see here, children. What are these? These are mountains. You all have seen mountains? Yes, you all must have seen mountains. So these are mountains. Then see next picture. This is picture of peaks. P-E-A-K. Peaks means what? A heighted, pointed part. Tall pointed part is called peaks. These are form of land. These are landforms. Then hills. Hills means what? Hills means small hill. These are mountains. Hills means small mountains. You can see these are mountain, but these are not very tall mountains. They are very small mountain. So they are called hills or hillocks. Hills and hillocks means one and the same thing. Okay. Then see next landform. These are plateaus. Plateaus means what? Means tall, heighted, but flat area of land. These are called plateaus. 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 How you pronounce it? Plateaus. Okay. Then see next one. Plains. Plains means what? Simple ground. Area of simple means area of ground where trees are there, grasses are there, that are called plains. This is also one of the landform. Then see next picture. Passes and valleys. Passes, Passes. Passes means the area where between two mountains where we can pass, that is passes. And valleys means what? Two mountains are there, then the area between these two mountains, this is called valley. Okay, passes and valleys. And then next, these all are, okay, so these all are examples of landforms. Which one? Passes, valleys, then these are plains, plateaus, hills, hillocks, peaks, mountains. All these are examples of landforms. Now let us move towards the next paragraph. Okay, now see here. Do you know where a spring comes from? So how a spring is formed? Now we saw the formation of river, we saw many water bodies, we saw landforms. Now we will see how spring is formed. Rainwater seeps into the ground. It seeps deep into the ground through cracks in the soil and rocks. Even under the ground, it flows from a higher level to lower level. This groundwater comes out of the ground in some places. This is what we call a spring. See, it is explained in detail in this picture. So what happened, children? The rainwater, see here, rainwater, when it falls, it seeps into the ground. Seeps means it goes into the ground. How? Through, yeah, there are cracks and holes are there in the soil, yes or no? When we put some water on the soil or ground, does it remains above the ground? No. There are pores, holes are there, cracks are there. Due to that, it goes inside the ground. It goes inside under the ground. And when it goes under the ground, it doesn't stay here. It flows downside under the ground. Also it flows from a higher level to lower level. It flows, and this groundwater which flows inside the ground, under the ground, at some places it comes out. After flowing, it comes out at some places. You can see here, it came out here. So this is what we call as spring. This is how a spring is form. The rainwater, it seeps into the ground, and in under the ground the water flows from high level to low level and inside the ground, and sometimes after reaching some part, some place, it comes out of the ground, and there the spring is formed. Understood, children? So today here we will stop this lesson here. Further part of the lesson we will be studying in the next period. So today your homework is to read these two pages, 53 and 54. If you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to ask me anytime. I will be sending some hard words from this lesson that you have to recite and write in your EVS notebook in good and neat handwriting. Take care, children. Thank you. Okay, now let us move towards the next paragraph, that is water bodies and landforms. Water bodies. Flowing water bodies means what, children? Means large bodies of water, large area covering water. Flowing water and stores of water are example of water bodies. Means where water flows, that is also example of water body, and where water is stored, that are also examples of water body. See here, springs, streams, river, lake, reservoir, creek, seas and ocean are all water bodies. Now I will show you picture of all these examples. See here, children, this is example of spring. It is spring. This is also a water body. Now see next picture. This is, what is this? It is stream. Stream means small river. Streams. The next picture, it is rivers. This is rivers. RIVERS, rivers. These are all examples of water bodies. See next picture. This is, you all know very well, it is lake in a large area where water of the river is stored. This is reservoir. It is called reservoir, means a large area where water of the river is stored. Why it is stored? To use in future. Then see next picture, next one. This is picture of creeks. Creeks are also small rivers. Then these are seas. You all know what are seas. Very large area, very large water bodies. These are seas. And then last one, oceans. These are oceans. All big seas, they meet the oceans. So all these which we saw now, these all are examples of water bodies. These all are water bodies. Okay, now see next one, that is landforms. Good morning, dear students. How are you all? I hope you all must be fine. So today our subject is EVS. In last period, we have completed half lesson of lesson number 9, where does water come from? Till page number 54 we have studied in previous videos. So today we'll start from page number 55. Okay, so everyone open textbook page number, EVS textbook page number 55. Okay, what did we learn in last videos? We learned about landforms, and then water bodies, various landforms, and then from where do we get the water, which is the main source of water, from where do we get water? All the water we get from rain. Rain is the main source of water. So now see page number 55, make friend with maps. See here, you can see one map is given here. Which map is there? It is map of Ratnagiri district, and what it's showing? It's showing major water bodies and landform. It is showing water bodies and landforms in which district? In our district, that is Ratnagiri. Okay, see here. This map shows the water bodies and landform in our district. The water bodies are shown in blue, land is shown in different colors. These colors are given according to the height of the region. Okay, now see here, you see this map. Okay, it is map of our Ratnagiri district. So here children, you can see different colors are given. This blue color is there. Blue color is for water, and for landform they have used different colors. See here, if it is on high place, very high place, then brown color. Wherever there is brown color, see here you can see brown color. Yes or no? These are on very high place, so that's why it is shown in brown color. Okay, and then see next, orange color. Orange color means it's on high place. Then yellow, moderate. Then green, low. Like this, different colors they have used to show the height. As per the height they have shown the landforms. Okay, now see here, first you can see here Ratnagiri, Devruk, Lanje, Rajapur, Guhagar, Chiplun, Khed, Dapoli, Mandangad. These are all talukas in our Ratnagiri district. And where is our taluka? This is our taluka Khed. So we are going to see different landforms and water bodies in Ratnagiri district in this map. See, now I said you that they have used different colors for showing heights. So here see brown is there, so it means it is on height. Kumbharli Ghat, Marleshwar Ghat, Amba Ghat, these all are on heights, very high heights they are there, so that's why they are shown in brown color. And then orange color means here you can see orange color is there they have shown they are on height. And then yellow means moderate height, and green on low height. So we are on low height, we are not on heighted place, mountains, but on low height. Okay, now see here, this symbol you can see here like this, they have shown for ghats. Wherever ghats are there, they have used this symbol to show. So see here in the map where you can see ghats, where that symbol is shown, that is for ghat. You can see here Kumbharli Ghat. Okay, you can see this symbol, they are shown for ghat. And then this triangle, this is shown for peak. Wherever peaks are there, they have shown that using with symbol, using this symbol triangle. And then if river, blue color rivers are there, line single. And then like this is district headquarters. So which is our district headquarters? See here, it is Ratnagiri. And then taluka headquarters, see these you are all talukas, so these are taluka headquarters, small dots are there. Okay, so now let us see the questions given below the maps. See, first question, most of the rivers in our district flow from east to west. Draw a box around the name of 3 rivers. See, this is east and this is west. From east to west, this direction to this direction, which rivers flow, that you have to draw box. See here, you can see blue color rivers they have shown R. See like this, R Kajvi means river Kajvi, like this. So you have to draw box across any 3 rivers flowing from east to west. Okay, then this also river Jagbudi, river Jog, river Bharja. Then like this, see they have shown arrow, they are flowing from east to west. So any three you have to draw box across any 3 rivers. Now see next question. In the box, write the name of the mountain where district's river originate. See here, you can see all the rivers they originate here at this point. So what is the name of this mountain? See, it is written, it is Sahyadri mountain. So here in this box you will write Sahyadri mountain, Sahyadri, Sahyadri, Mountain. I have written big, you write here in this box. Okay, see third one, find the Savitri river in the map, trace its course. So where is Savitri river you have to find, and you have to trace its course. Its route we have to trace it. So let us find where is Savitri river. Creeks have formed at many places where the rivers join the sea. Draw a box around the name of any 3 creeks. So see here children, creeks means what? Creeks where they have formed where the rivers join the sea. See, you can see all these rivers. See, these all rivers, they come and they join sea. Yes or no? They are joining. This is Arabian Sea. So many rivers are coming and they are joining here. So here you can see creeks are there. So what we have to do? We have to draw a box around those creeks. See here, Dabhol Creek. Then this is Dabhol Creek. Then Jaigad Creek, Bhatiya Creek, Purnagad Creek, Jaitapur Creek, Vijaydur Creek. So we have drawn boxes over the creeks. So here we have completed page number 55. Now let us move towards page number 56. Now see page number 56. Try this. Take 3 bottles of same shape. Fill 1 bottle to brim with water. Imagine to that you are the only one using all this water. This means you can use all the water in the bottle. Okay, now you have to try something. What you have to try? First you have to take a water bottle and you have to fill the bottle to the brim. Means completely you have to fill the bottle with water, and you have to imagine that you are the only you are going to use that water. So how much water you will get? You will get all the water in that bottle because no one else is going to use that water. So whole water belongs to you. You are going to use all the water. Now say second, what you have to do? Now fill the second bottle with water. Take another bottle and fill the bottle. Then imagine that another student from your class will also use this bottle with you. Divide water equally in 2 parts. Now see how much water you get. Is this water less or more than the amount you had the first time? Now first you use the whole water from one bottle you alone use. Now you have to divide it among 2 students. 1, 2. Bottle is 1 only and you have to share among 2. So you will get half water. Half you will use and half other child will use. So half water you will get. Now see what you have to do further. Now fill the third bottle. Imagine that 4 other children in the class besides you will use this water. Now you will have to divide the water in the bottle into 5 equal parts. Now see how much your share of water is. Is the amount of water you have this time less or more than the first 2 times? Okay, now what you have to do? Now again same water bottle, and now first you alone were using, then you had one more partner, and now 4 more partners increase, means 5 of you will be using the water from this bottle. So you have to make 5 equal share. 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 share you will make, so that you will get equal water. So children, what did you find in this? Is the amount of water you receive less or more? Less. First time you got whole water bottle, then you received half, and then you made 5 parts, and that you got, means very less water you got at the last. Think why this happened. Why this happened? Because when the users increase, when number of children to use that water increase, then we had to divide the water, we had to share the water among other students. So that's why we got less. In the beginning you were alone using the whole water in the bottle, so you got more water. But later on 4 more children came at the end, means 5 share you had to make, and so you got less amount of water. Here, what's the solution? Rahul and Saguna drink water. After playing, they wash their hands and feet. They bath every morning and wash their plates after eating. However, they use too much water while doing these things. Their mother scolds them. They wonder how they should use water carefully. What good ideas you can give them for using water carefully? Okay, now see, 2 children are there, Rahul and Saguna. So what they do, they drink water, and then after playing they come home. What they do, they wash their hands, feet, and they bath every morning. And they also wash their plates. After eating they only wash their plates, but this is good habit. But what they do, they use too much means plenty of water they use while doing these things. So their mother scolds them. Why their mother scolds them? It is good thing that they do. Then why their mother scolds them? Because they waste water. They waste so much water for doing all these activities. So they wonder means they think that how they should use water carefully. So children, you have to suggest what good ideas we can give them. Okay, what we can see if they, what ideas we can give them. See, if they are drinking water, if they need only half glass of water, then they should fill only half glass. They should not fill full glass. Some of you also have this bad habit of filling the full glass of water and drinking half, and half you throw. No children, you should not waste water. You should use half water. If you want to drink half glass of water, you should fill the glass half only. Okay, so like this they should also use like this. And for wash, when they wash their hands and feet, they should fill the water in the bucket, and they should use how much they use, that much water they should remove and they should use. Simply they should not keep the tap on and wash their hands and feet under the running tap, because it wastes lot of water. And for while bathing also, they should not keep the tap on. They should fill the water in the bucket, and how much water needed, that much only they should use. Like this they can save water. Okay, now see next one. Always remember, if you collect rainwater, Mausinram and Cherrapunji, it is name of two places. Mausinram and Cherrapunji are two places in India which receive the highest rainfall in the world. In summer, however, there is shortage of water in those places. The same thing occurs in the Konkan region of Maharashtra. This is because adequate efforts are not made to store rainwater. Storing rainwater will help solve this problem. Okay, now see, there are two places, Mausinram and Cherrapunji. These two places, they receive highest amount of rainfall. Very high rainfalls are there in these two places. But children, when there is no rainfall in summer season, there is shortage of water in this. Though they are having highest rainfall, then too there is shortage in their places in summer season. And same thing also happens in Konkan region. We also stay in Konkan region. We come in Konkan coastal areas. We come in Konkan region of Maharashtra. So at our place also, in Konkan region also, same problem is there. What? We have shortage of water in summer season. So why it is so, children? Because adequate means more efforts are not made to store rainwater. Whatever rainwater we are getting, we should store them. Why? If we store them, we can use them later on in summer season. Dams should be constructed, storage tanks should be constructed, so that we can store this rainwater and we can use it in future. Storing rainwater will help to solve this problem. Okay, now let us move towards page number 57. See page number 57. Use your brain power. If rainwater is collected and stored, can it be used later? How will you store rainwater? Yes, children. If rainwater is collected and stored, it can be used later. You can store them in tanks, in dams. You must have seen dams are there, yes or no? In dams, the rainwater is saved, and this water we can used for future. We can filter that water and we can use that water for drinking purposes also. Second, see, if human beings begin to use all the water for themselves, what will happen to other living things? See, if all human beings they use water, then what will happen to other living things? Animals are there, what? Plants are there. If you use all the water, if they will not get water, then they will die. So we should use the water carefully. We should give the water for other human beings also other living things also, like plants, animals. We should water them. We should give water for birds also. Okay, we should not use all the water. Now see next, do you know Pipelines are used to carry water from distant wells, lakes, and water tanks to our homes. In some areas, water is also supplied through tankers. Yes. See, children, in your house, how have you ever thought that how the water comes in your house? Is there a storage tank, big tank is there next to your building that water comes from there? No. Then how water comes in the tank, in the taps at your places? See, children, on your building there must be one tank, and in that tank the water, it comes from distant well is there, or lakes are there, or big tanks are there. From there the waters are supplied to our homes through pipelines. Pipelines are there under the ground, underground pipelines are there, and through these pipelines water is carried from one place to another. And some areas, you can see here in this picture, this tanker is shown, like this tankers, water tankers comes to supply water. Okay, now see what we have learned. All the water we get in rainwater, all the water we get is rainwater. River, lakes, springs are all formed because of the rain. Means rain is the main source of water. Whatever water is available on earth, it is due to rain. It is because of rain. And rivers, lakes, springs, all these are formed because of the rain. Second, rivers start in high places like mountain and flow downhill. See, like these mountains are there. So river, it starts from mountain. From mountain it starts and then it flows downwards like this. This is river, but it starts where? From the mountains, and then it flows downhill. Third, it is necessary to collect rainwater. We should collect rainwater. We should not waste water. Whatever rainwater is there, we should collect, and so that we can use it in future. Okay, children, understood? I hope you all have understood this lesson. Your today's homework is to read the lesson and write down the hard words which I will be sending. If you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to ask me. Thank you.